In a kingdom where love itself is forbidden, a grieving king turns heartbreak into law until a chaotic con woman's lie shatters everything and changes the fate of the palace forever. A Korean series, The Forbidden Marriage 2022, is a historical rom-com set in the Joseon era where King Lee Heon bans the marriage across the kingdom after losing his beloved crown princess. Years later, the kingdom still lives under his emotional decree trapped inside the king's unresolved grief. The story begins when Ji Soo-rang, a clever marriage scam artist, is repeatedly arrested for breaking the ban until she claims she can be possessed by the spirit of the late crown princess, pulling herself directly into the royal palace. What starts as a scam slowly transforms into a layered narrative about grief, healing, deception, and unexpected love. King Lee Hin's sorrow is not just personal, it becomes law. His refusal to move on creates a kingdom where love itself is forbidden. This makes the opening tone emotionally heavy despite the comedy. One of the greatest ideas in the drama is how grief can freeze the time, love can become obsession, and power can amplify the emotional pain. Surang's fake possession scheme is the engine of the plot. At first, she manipulates the king for survival and profit, but her lies force her to confront his loneliness. This is where the drama becomes interesting. Her deception unintentionally becomes emotional therapy for the king. The emotional conflict is not simple romance, it's the memory of the crown princess, the present bond with Surang, and the king's guilt over moving on. This creates constant tension. Every cute moment between the leaves is showed or overshadowed by the grief. The early palace scenes establish the king's authority and emotional breakdown. The ban is not political, it's personal. It sets a tragic tone under a comedic surface. The kingdom becomes a reflection of his mental state. Early episodes are full of comedic scenes where Surang gets caught running matchmaking scams, argues with guards, escapes the punishment repeatedly. This establishes her as unpredictable energy in a frozen emotional world. Her chaos contrasts sharply with the palace rigidity. Now, the fake possession of the crown princess is the turning point of the drama. Surang pretends to channel the dead princess, which leads to emotional breakdowns from the king, moments where he believes he is speaking to his lost wife, heartbreaking confusion between the reality and the illusion. This is both the most controversial and emotionally intense arc of the series. It blurs manipulation and healing in a morally gray way. There are other several scenes where the king cries while speaking to the spirit, begs for closure, relives his trauma. These scenes show how deeply stuck he is in grief. Many viewers found these moments powerful but also uncomfortable due to the deception involved. Later episodes introduce court corruption, hidden motives behind the crown princess' death, political manipulation of the marriage ban. The drama shifts from romantic comedy into the more traditional Sedgwick historical political drama, which some viewers found completely uneven. The romance develops slowly through emotional dependence, shared vulnerability, moments of jealousy, and protection. The relationship is not built on instant love but on emotional healing, though it's complicated by the crown princess memory. In the later episodes, truth about the deception and the palace history comes out. The king must confront the betrayal, accept emotional reality, decide whether to release the past or not. Now, this is the emotional release of the story, where grief is finally addressed rather than avoided. The Forbidden Marriage works best when it focuses on emotional healing wrapped in comedic chaos. Its strongest aspect is the way it turns a ridiculous scam into the story that about grief, love, and letting go. However, it also risks alienating the viewers when deception becomes emotionally manipulative, tone shifts become abrupt, and grief overwhelms the romantic comedy identity.